Good evening. This is 2A Radio. 2A Radio is the African Action broadcast, and we are broadcasting from Pennsylvania, the United States of America. Today we have with us two permanent Liberians. They are residents of Pennsylvania, and they have their views on what is going on in Liberia. And not to waste the time, we have with us Mr. David Zoe. He will introduce himself. Mr. Zoe, how are you?
Yeah, how are you?
How you doing? How you feeling? How life with you?
Uh, Everything's all right. I'm feeling good.
How's the United States?
Yeah, it's all right.
How do you compare Liberia and the US?
There's no comparison to that.
Okay, that's good. Okay, we'll come right back to you. That's Mr. Wilson. How you doing? Welcome to Twitter Radio.
Thank you.
Introduce yourself a little bit. Who is Mr. Wilson? I like your full name. And
I'm Bob Bonakai Wilson. Commonly called Bobby Wilson.
Bobby Wilson,
Yeah.
Bob Bonakai Wilson.
Yeah.
He's also a resident of Pennsylvania. Mr. Wilson, how are you doing? How is Pennsylvania?
Well, Pennsylvania is all right. Only thing I tell God, thank you for being here for over 20 years. I mean, everything okay here?
Okay, you've been here for over 20 years. That's good.
Yeah.
Um,
No, not yet 20 years, 19. I've been here for 8 years. Minnesota is the state that I got my first job, so I love Pennsylvania state. Yeah.
okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, today we are here and we want to look at what is going on in Liberia, their views. They have some concerns as to what is actually happening to Liberia. Specifically, they want to look at development in Liberia. Let's start with Mr. Zor. Mr. Zor, you've been out of Liberia for some time now, but yet and still, I guess you have your children and everybody in there. You monitor in Liberia. How is Liberia? How do you see Liberia currently?
Thank you very much for the question. I think as I've heard a lot of news about Liberia, how the government is moving Liberia to another level. So, my only discouragement is that all of this news going on for development, but there are some things that are going on in Liberia. It's not acceptable at all.
What is that?
Racial killing, people die, and no judgment.
Okay.
These are it's more dangerous than any other thing. If you can even get development, if people are not safe,
Right.
development is nothing.
That's so true. And you are right. The primary purpose for a government is to protect the lives of the citizens.
Exactly.
But besides the death news coming out of Liberia, what are some of the things that you have heard from Liberia that you think can encourage you to go back home?
Well, number one is the road construction. But from the 60 up to today, today I'm hearing that road connectivity is going on like from Nima County to Grand Chile, from Nima to the border area, and
Some people listening to you, they will feel like you really don't know what is going on in Liberia.
I always on the net, so I really know exactly what we would do.
So you think there's road now that you can drive on from Morovia to Ganta, Sanikole, and then go all the way down to the southeast?
Exactly.
You think you are very informed?
I saw it, and I continue to monitor those who do the work.
Oh, so your information is from the Facebook or the internet?
Yeah, like from Banga to Lufa County.
Okay, we'll come back to you. Let's listen to Mr. Wilson. Mr. Wilson.
Yeah.
I'm told that you attended the Lansdale King Christian School in Kidmouth County.
School. Of course, yeah. I started my fundamental school from Moravia, Calteria. I went Manor Road to attend my junior high school, which of course you were from there too, anyway. So like the struggle comes. We struggle in Manor Road, taking both my head for 2 miles to go to school in LKC.
Mm-hmm.
And I graduated from there anyway. In 1974, I matriculated. They taught my heart.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was a struggles about education, but you know what LPC was.
Right.
School was struggle, so now they whip you in the butt
Right.
to learn.
Mm.
But we're not bad anyway, so I mean, I did achieve great wisdom from there too. So
Let's come back to what we are here for. You've been monitoring since you've been in the United States. You've been monitoring Liberia. What is your own assessment about the country Liberia?
we're talking about assessment. I came on in this country in 1987 on scholarship, military scholarships as a medical student, and I went back. So I was shopping for 8 years when General Wright was the General Wright or Prince Johnson, they all trained in shopping. I think, in fact, in 1988, I left a team suicide and what I worked for some years, and I came here in 1989 on scholarship, which of course I heard that the war was back, so I didn't go back. So at least from that time to now, I'm still struggling, but I mean, I'm still achieving my goals. So how it is.
Well, tell us something about Liberia. What is your own assessment? What are you hearing of the country? Is there any good news that you think you are pleased with? You can go to Liberia today.
Yeah, any good news I hear is from my children. I get my children that have a Wilson. I get my older brother in Manga get 70 children. They tell me things. Since I've been in the country over 26 years. You know, the Liberia talks is a talk. The Liberian as a whole, we here to support our family. You know, myself in Ghana, we support them very well. But Liberia has been a country during the beginning of October. It has been a corrupted country, a very demonic country, and we Liberians know
What do you
want.
mean when you say Liberia is a demonic country? Why do you say that?
No, because I see the view of Liberians killing, racial killing. Even those days way back, thought my day, they were killing people, racial killing. So it's there. So presently now, they're playing Liberia right now. There's a player I want before Joe when we have become a president. People tell people that they're voting for him. The labor they call, I'm not call him. Someone do it. He told me, say, John, we have become president. I should do something. But when I learned that John, we have become a president, and the Liberians sat on there until the man became a senator for Mr. Rado County. And Mr. is a country that when somebody become a president, futurely he will become president. So he's there now. He's doing his best. But the only thing I don't like criticism with all resort. Liberia is demonic. They don't know whoever get there. They will criticize that person. They did it to Tober. They did it to Joe. He deserved it because
Liberians are criticizing because their expectation is not.
No. It's not expectation. Expectation means Liberia. Look, I grew in Liberia. I guess in Northern Liberia, I know how Liberia is presently and the past.
The people are criticizing because they don't have running water, they don't have electricity, they don't have good roads, no good medical facilities. So why do you think they shouldn't criticize
You're talking about water. Water, I grew up in Cape Town. We go up on the creek and drink the water.
Yeah.
I know the water purification.
You also have
okay.
water.
Okay. They didn't get water. Okay, but me is not fire. They get creek running. It's talking about water. Number one, the Dole government they mess the water system. So what I'm saying is they blame everything on Joe Conway. You gave this man a chance, but to me, I feel that Joe Conway is there because through God. Our in New York, Joe Conway.
Josh Weir told Liberians he could do better than Ellen Johnson Sirleaf.
No, but it's a political saying. So when he says that,
but it's a promise. Why can't he live up to the promise?
Well, you
He wanted to build coastal road from Monrovia to the southeast. Are you concerned about that too?
Well, I really my children call me and tell me, but the idea is you Liberians as a whole, America here. That I mentioned that all Liberians here who go to school, who are just graduated from college, let them find organization to go Liberia and speak for universities to junior high schools. But you can sit out here and sacrifice because if somebody you go back in Liberia right now, they will do the same thing to you, my friend.
Especially so when I'm not doing the things that I promised Liberians.
No. Liberians are full of choices. Liberian criticizes. Liberians.
So what do you want to see in Liberia that you would think Liberia is developing?
But before I say about Liberian is that we Liberians, Nigerian right me. Liberians, they criticize, they talk a lot. They don't know who they want. They don't know anybody gets that. I was there during Toba demonstration. I was there when severely I was not in 1980. They killed Toba. They died in red on all Liberians died on DFK when I saw it. they took you out with Broad Street. I mean, whatever.
Sentence.
With territory, they buried. I was a civilian. I started watching them putting trouble
Wow.
in a hole. If you ever go to get Street, when you come
Galley or Central
you
Street?
pound on your right, they will tell you, like, all Liberians know who were there in the war, they know, but the money.
So you said the delegated children with trouble?
Well, everybody was in Liberia. I was in shuffling. When you was my cousin was in the Liberia, I was in the kids. That was student here that time when the kids came in Liberia. I was in shuffling. I inspired them. They went to dump hole. They put everybody. They had the Liberia trouble. To Liberia, no, not because of my children in Liberia, not because they my grandmother. I mean, I'm from Cape Town. I didn't want to go like the settled period. I either go to Africa Coast or Nigeria because that country is. That I told you, I had a vision of Liberia. Liberia will be built. Monrovia will be built with bridges.
By whom?
But
by Georgia?
What? Georgia can't come from there, but Georgia will stay there until the time expires. Living story. Before I came from Liberia, I had a vision that was.
So you are saying you are saying there's a vision that Georgia will.
I'm not. I did not specify Joe, but there will be a leader in our country. I don't know who he is, but I tell you.
No, you just said Georgia will stay in power until his term is over.
That's true. And
so you mean that means then he's going to win this election?
Let me tell you something. My cousin is the chairman.
Mr. Bonoka, answer my question. Will Georgia win 2023 election?
No, I want to tell you now. Before then, right now, my cousin chairman, Vanya guy is the chairman for ANC. Okay. I'm holding some political position. But I told them, I said, you got to wait. I told them, I'm not, y'all will become president because number one, America, Johnny Sally herself, want everybody to be there for a few years. Don't you know that they asked this guy to be a president right now? But have you ever already Mr. The vice president or the former vice president? He going to
Joseph Bogan?
Yeah, to be a president. I mean, I can't understand Liberians. Now I want to go to Liberia and speak from.
So in your view, Joseph Bogan should not be president.
No, he can't. No. He can't be president. Joseph Bogan married to my niece, his wife. So I know he will not be president. Period.
But you're not going to be voting. The Liberians going to be.
No, but you will not be president. Period. I'm telling
you. Don't have a final decision.
I'm a man who vision people with. Actually, I seen
the United Partisan will get vexed for you. They will think
what? If I go like that, I'll go public and speak. I think I'm outspoken, right? Because
okay, we'll come to you. Let's hear from Mr. Zor. Mr. Zor, you heard Mr. Bonokai Wilson, Bob Bonokai Wilson.
Yeah.
His view, Georgia should be president until his term is over.
Yeah.
What do you think?
We should give him another chance. What he can do is why he's making a mistake.
The CDC people are going to be happy with the two of you today.
Yeah, what I'm trying to say is that there are some mistakes he's making. You got to realize it. Like people who doing things that is not right, and he appointed them, you can get rid of them so that the government.
But he's not doing that.
No, but every time something happens, something has to happen.
Right.
When you're not doing it and people talking about it, you got to come to your senses.
Are you a member of the CDC?
I'm not a member of any, but whosoever rule Liberia right now, I'm part of them. So I want that country to go on.
To go down.
Right.
So do you think George we are going to win the next election from what your children are telling
you? Yeah, right now.
Your children believe that George we are going to win the next election.
George is going to win back because some of the project he has that he has proposed and people he has assigned to other people already. If somebody else go there, it's going to die.
Can you name at least at most 3 things that you think George Weah has done that convinces you or that convince you that indeed he's going to win this election?
Number 1 is road construction.
Road construction.
Because
number 2,
number 2 is the real estate.
Real estate development. George Weah is developing estate for Liberia.
For Liberia.
That's the opinion. The third one. He built electricity. Is there electricity?
Yeah, he's trying to build electricity. That's another thing.
Many Liberians will get vexed with you when they listen to you.
They might get vexed. The problem with Liberians is that they don't really know what they want.
You think so?
I think so.
I think Liberians. I think
Liberians, when somebody is doing good, they will always got something to say. Then when the person leave now, then they said, oh yes, that person was right for this position.
Okay.
And this is not the way it's supposed to be.
Okay.
And number two, they don't want to cooperate with when somebody is leading them, they don't want to cooperate.
Okay. So
Even
Liberia should keep quiet.
Yeah,
and
the
just let
very people
government-
said the very people that the government will bring in, that the president will appoint, will also be opposition to the government.
So you think Liberia should be quiet and allow the government to run the show?
Not exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I know that if somebody make mistake, people got to come out to say something.
Okay.
But you can't keep quiet. But
What's about the numerous deaths that have taken place? No investigative report to convince Liberians what were responsible for the death of those persons.
Okay.
Is that also a reason why Georgia should be re-elected?
Okay. As for death, because they just circulating around Liberia. Liberia had no reason having 27 parties.
I know.
That's one of the big points. Because those deaths that are going on, we are not seeing the people who committed the crimes.
Okay.
But as from an observation, the 26 parties that remain, they can do anything can happen. They can bring the ruling party.
Okay.
Yeah,
So in short, you are believing that some of those political parties may be behind the killing?
Behind the killing, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Because
which of the parties you think could really be in a kind of a racialistic killing, and why can the government, arrest some of those opposition political parties?
you cannot. That's what I'm saying. You cannot see them. They are not available. But they bring the
Don't you think if the government was really investigating, they would have find out if any of the opposition political parties
that one of the fault on the government side.
Okay.
The investigation system in Liberia is very poor.
Okay.
The judicial.
Okay. I will come back to you. Let me go back to Mr. Bob Bonokai Wilson, my AKC senior better. Mr. Wilson, Liberia doesn't have running water up to this time since the Civil War. Liberia doesn't have electricity. Liberia don't have good roads. Liberia don't have good medical facilities. What is it that you think Liberia is getting better?
Okay, you're okay. Liberia is getting better because the whole world are watching what happened to Liberia. Liberia is getting better because today my children call me, even when they eat that, like sometimes they say, Alex, my email, they call me yesterday, say they like and go and come and go. So Liberia is getting better because 15 years before war in our country, it was a dump site, water site. My daughter took me and sent me, there was a street. That woman who was...
Someone will tell you that the war came is gone. So you cannot continue to dwell on that.
Yeah, but I'm talking about 15-year-old. They put a strength mark on the label. Okay, I want to embassy in Wano DC.
Mm-hmm.
You know who did destroy that embassy?
No.
I was there when they got destroyed. It was burnt. I know go take my interview to one they were renting. It was burnt. Who repaired that? Who repaired that embassy? That's from the embassy to Liberia. They were Jordan Salih, right?
Jordan Salih?
Jordan Salih who renovated that embassy the embassy in Washington DC. I saw it. It was burned.
That's a hearsay though.
Yeah. No, don't. They're tired of burning. I'm telling you. So what? So and Liberia, you ask that question. Liberia is getting better because my children can even run pond water once a while and drink. They can call it off, no problem.
The children think about with shower.
Yeah, my daughter think.
But the thing about with bucket.
Now, look, I'm here. Me myself, you got a sponsor. I got a house in King Factory. They take shower. Even
it's because you are here, your children are there, so you're supporting them. There are other children who don't have relatives in America to send them money. So somebody will feel like your children are not feeling the hardship.
You know why they don't send them money? Yeah, but as I tell you, my tuition, I pay you right now. Because number one, they train like brothers money. My son, I bought a car for him. You know what happened? I bring them for bed rest. One thing I said one time that few months ago, they traded themselves, creating the product themselves. Number one, my daughter called me. My new on campus in on this guy. She called me that, grand uncle, they going eating breakfast. I said breakfast every other 3 weeks. I said let them go eat cassava. I ate cassava. You grow it in Cape Town. Cassava for a week, farina for a week. So the hardship Liberian, they don't, even when they come here, they don't want to take the hardship. The first thing when they come here, they start causing their parents that send them here. So to me, they will be the labor or that they want to learn. You stay 2 days, you go to school, you tell your boy you go LKC, you know that, right? So we spot them. So I'm not just spotting training, so they didn't create a problem. The job when we are.
I grew up in Kitmount.
I don't understand.
And just a minute, I grew up in Kitmount, and that distance from Morovia, we had running water, we had playground for children, we had school system.
Yeah, working with our school, I understand.
We have books given to us every school year. So when you tell me Liberia is better, and I don't see those things in Liberia,
Okay.
I wonder what
Well,
you
you're
say
talking
is
about
true.
manner where I left from Morea and Tetra, I went to. The company, the government taught men take heavy bill of $1 for that company.
Right.
When you Congo, you live Valley Camp,
Right.
the shower way back there. You know, Norway Camp.
Mhm.
What is Zing? We got like candle to go to school. One in junior high school,
Right.
we like candle to go to school. There was no candle. What they couldn't bring to that man.
No, but you know,
When the last time,
no.
you try to compare.
They had
company section.
okay, we're not going to tell you the discussion just on Mana River, right?
Mhm.
But Mana River, we had Valley Camp, we have Lower Camp, we have Congo. So the company has its own employees.
The company,
So even in Norway, that you're talking about,
Zing, we like candle to go to
besides the Zing, we have company houses in that area too.
the Valley Camp, but there were no
No,
light there.
in Norway, we had company houses. I mean, right opposite the bus station, but that's not the
But there were no light. I grew up, there were no
On the
light.
other side, there was light. On the other side, where they had the company houses, there were facilities for those people, right?
Maybe when you went about, Okay, let's
That's not the issue. That's not the issue. Let's talk about. I only brought in Mana River because the government of Liberia has a sole responsibility to provide opportunities.
You know that.
If I take a 10-year-old child right now, that child is either playing with an iPad, that child is either having meal, having breakfast.
You speak on standardizing economic.
Right.
Standardizing economic.
Right. So comparatively, a 10-year-old child in Liberia probably is going to bed to night hungry.
No. You can't tell me that. Liberia has someone on a bag of rice. Liberia, I'm telling my own children, Liberia black. Look, go to Swan area, go to area and make a garden. That was fine. You see, Nigeria, right? When I bring the war, they say farm and everything. But that y'all started criticizing. I say y'all go to college and graduate from here. People are young. Go Liberia and go to schools and speak politically, economically, tell them what is going on in that country. But as a degree holder here, I know a colleague in this country here, you're going for 20 years, you can't go. You can just test the poll, tell them all kind of nonsense. Like the only thing I tell you, nephew, the only thing I need and pray to God because God answer my prayer. People you live here, pray to God.
Mr. Wilson, you accuse political parties of being responsible for undermining the we as government. Am I correct?
Yes, some of them not all. Like they bought from local country. He talked a lot. Sometimes he talked some points. But those children like brother now, those even drink.
So
Listen. This guy that criticizing some of them, they go to Ghana, drink everything out of them, who they fought the war. You cannot. I can't be a secretary. I really want to be man. They go they themselves because they were in cloud with connect with Japan we are or they play soccer. They are against him too. I'm not voting. I'm for the ANC.
Oh, you for the ANC?
I'm for the ANC.
But yet and still, you feel like the communist is not going to win the election.
Yeah, I think the wait until after Japan we have.
ANC people will think that you are a betrayer.
I speak to them. Them are the chairman.
The ANC folks will think that you are a betrayer.
I'm not betrayer. I'm there to speak to.
How will you be a member of a political party and you don't want your standing brother to win?
I'm an observer. I'm an observer of child. But the idea is,
you are an observer for George Weah. Mm-hmm. That's a contradiction, right?
No, it's not contradiction.
You are a member of ANC.
It's reality. I'm not a former ANC, but because I had somebody trying to because of my outspoken.
Will the ANC members be right if they expel you because of this?
They can expel me. I'm a responsible man. I do it with myself. You want to expect
The party has rules.
when your jurisdiction. I even join here. I even
Oh, you don't join here. Oh, okay.
No, I want to criticize them.
I see a lot of contradiction.
I see a lot of
contradiction.
The only I talk about job when we are is, as I told you, the Almighty God. You are in New York. Job in the kingdom. You want to Paris everything. Okay, you're sat on there.
Okay, we have few more minutes. Let me ask you two of you this question. There's racialistic killing taking place in Liberia. The U.S. Embassy has also red flagged this issue. And do any people believe in witchcraft activities or human blood sacrifices and something like that? Do you think these things work, can help people to get power?
Thank you very much. One of the things I want to say about that racial killing is that the officials of government in Liberia, the past government and the present government, they involved into a lot of medicine, the Africanism.
Yeah.
They're looking for power, they ask the people to vote for them. When they finish getting the power, they go get people who will tell them, go do this one, to do that one. They involve into that one can bring racial killing.
Do you think it works? Do you think killing human beings using human blood is the best way to get power? Or is it something
one, they don't believe in God.
Okay.
And you feel that when you go to somebody else, they can tell you what you want to hear, and you do it, it will work for you. But except people who believe in God.
Mr. Wilson, what do you think? Ritualistic killing in Liberia.
Let me, for example, before we finish, let me show you quick example. Victoria Toba was for Cape Mo, right?
Victoria Toba.
What? Victoria Toba, who married, she was from Tala, from Grand Cape Mo. She was a woman.
I don't know that.
And you don't know?
I mean, I don't want to say something here that I can have.
Okay, yeah, but then
if you give me those information as far as
husband went out of Toba, had a daughter, he went to Guinea. Secretary told him, when you go love your daughter.
That's a hearsay, Mr.
Now they said, my wife is again. Look, my intention is be realistic.
Yeah, but I want to be careful with sending information.
But then why do you have the friend of
No, I asked a question. No, I'm not saying don't say it. If you
have a friend about home,
no, I have not.
Maybe beside this, the last interview.
Yeah. I mean, for this.
Yeah, I was political saying like, but I want to tell you the racial thing works. You know, because okay, for that. And again, you talk about checking. Go to Nigeria. After Nigeria, the man is selling human being parts. Ask Gaddafi. I know. Ask Idi Amin. This is African mentality.
The mentality
in Nigeria is our belly. Witchcraft want to kill me. They told me here about me. So I watch those things.
So you believe in witchcraft activities?
Witchcraft works, but when you hate that,
do you think people should be sacrificing other human beings to get stick power?
Yeah, they want to get power.
Do you think they should?
It happens. No, they happen to put me one time to become a senator. What you did? What they were killing? Dream Thomas as people killed. The UB at the KK human being to
do you condemn ritualistic killing?
You're great, Manero, right?
Do you condemn ritualistic
killing? People people who saw human being fit.
Do you condemn ritualistic killing?
They have to be content because I'm a religious person. God bless me. I know who is God. Because when you kill somebody, you kill somebody, you end up dying. What job we are doing? When you really doing it, he would die. What this man in Russia doing? Killing. Just they're not a ritual killing, but it's a killing of the flesh. Okay. I did not born out of the flesh. I'm born out of the spirit.
Okay, we get about 1 minute.
Yeah. Okay.
What could be your summary comment, you, Mr. Zo? Okay, what do you want to tell Liberians?
Okay. I want to tell the Liberian government and the people of Liberia is that we need to cooperate so that we can build a country. And the judicial system in Liberia should be strong or stronger to bring out those criminals who continue to kill innocent people. Okay. That's what I want to say.
Thank you so much. Mr. Bob Bunokai Wilson.
Yeah.
What's the final comment?
Yeah, I for Liberians here, America, and in Ghana, all over the world. Right. The only thing I would say Liberians in Liberia is safe. because I want to write a book that Liberia is a cursed country. But we got to pray.
Liberia is
Ask
cursed and
God.
Liberians are
No,
cursed.
not like Liberia are not cursed, but Liberia, the country is cursed. We got to chew now and
The
face
country
it
is just a piece
and
of
pray.
land that's still lying there.
Yeah,
And
the
without
country-
human being,
The country
there's
is because you know what? Because the very human being blood is already
Okay.
killing that. So we got to pray for that country, and we all got to pray for all Liberians here, even the one that here who came refugees started to. We got to pray for them. Got to pray for Liberia as a whole. Liberia will be a good country, except we're not praying, except we follow too much talking. Liberians in
Liberia
Liberia.
will be a good honor
They-
George Weah.
Don't forget about Job. We are. I told you, Job. We
He's the president right
Job.
now.
God put him there. Believe me, God put him there for the purpose.
Okay.
You want to mention something? We got to pray. Me and I pray. Every night, I'm a Catholic. I pray. My parents Muslim background, grandparent. But I say pray that God should bless our country.
Okay, time is fast
Thank
spent.
you very much,
Mr.
Mr. Jensen
Bonakai
and
Wilson.
Patient Blake for your interview.
We want to
That
say
was very
this
appreciated.
is
Thank you.
2A Radio, the African Action broadcast. We are broadcasting from Pennsylvania. Tonight I have had with me Mr. David Zo and Mr. Bob Bonakai Wilson. The two individuals are in support of George Weah. They have said they want George Weah to win the next term of the next election, the 2022 election. They also admit that the ritualistic killing is taking place. Justice should be done. In the same vein, they also, in their view, what people are telling them is that development is on course. I would differ with them. Many Liberians, like each and every of Liberia, indeed, says what the reality is. However, until then, this has been 2A Radio. We've been broadcasting from Pennsylvania. Until next time, bye for now.
Thank you very much for your.